There says he knows everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping a foot on the what? Eeks. We keeping a foot on the what? Eeks. You see what Jerry West said? Jerry West said Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. Michael Jordan is the OG. I'm going to tell you guys something. A lot of people are not going to agree with it, but I don't give a flying fuck. When did I give two cows fucks about what people think? He knows everything is not here to tell you what you want to hear. He's here to tell you what you need to hear. Let me say it again. He knows everything is not here to tell you what you want to hear. He's here to tell you what you need to hear. And this is what you need to hear, and he needs to be very clear. Chauncey Billups basically was sitting down with Paul Pierce. I forget who the other person was, and he said, hopefully you guys don't get disrespected, and hopefully you guys don't feel some type of way, but Kobe Bryant, when they were talking about Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant is the most skilled basketball player the NBA's ever seen. Kobe is the most skilled. It's not Michael Jordan. Now, I understand what Jerry West was talking about when Jerry West said Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player the NBA has ever seen. Well, Michael Jordan is the originator of that. Before Kobe Bryant showed up, yes, Michael Jordan was the most skilled basketball player the NBA's ever seen. Kobe just amplified everything Jordan did. If you understand that about Kobe Bryant, you would understand the game of basketball. Kobe took everything Jordan did and made it go out farther. Better shooter, better ball handler, better footwork. Kobe was just better in a lot of areas than Michael Jordan. These are facts. Even Phil Jackson has alluded to it. Better skills, better shooting. Kobe Bryant's work ethic was even higher than Michael Jordan's, because Kobe looked at Michael Jordan's game and he said, this is the perfect basketball game. I want to be greater than this guy. Now I'm going to take what he did and I'm going to amplify it. I'm just going to add to it. I'm going to add measures to it. Basically, I'm in a hyperbolic chamber. If he's training at 100 kilograms, I'm going to train at 300 kilograms. That's what Vegeta did, right? If you recall, Vegeta at Super Saiyan, according to Piccolo, was even more powerful than Goku when he first hit Super Saiyan, because he trained 3 times as hard as Goku did, and he wanted to finally get Super Saiyan. He was sick and tired of the fact that Goku hit Super Saiyan level and he didn't fucking hit the shit. So he trained 3 times as hard in the hyperbolic chamber. This is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's training and doing everything Michael Jordan is doing, but 3 times harder. So when Jerry West says that Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player the NBA's ever seen, he's also alluding to Kobe Bryant. He's also testifying to Kobe Bryant. He's also making testification. He's also making basically what we would say testimonials. He's also doing what we would basically say clarification and edification and exhortation and basically explanation of the fact that Kobe Bean Bryant and Michael Jordan are one and the same. People don't want to say that, but it's the truth. That's why I always say the Michael Jordan Kobe Bryant game. Notice I don't say one without the other, because the game is one and the same. Their mindsets are a little different in how they approach it, but the game is the same. Let me say it again. Their mindsets might be a little different, little tweaky different, not much. There's a little percentage of differences, but the approach is the same. So when Jerry West says that Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player he's ever seen, he's vicariously saying that Kobe Bryant is the most skilled basketball player that he's ever seen. Woo-hoo-hoo! What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me, motherfucking well. When Jerry West is saying that Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player he's ever seen, vicariously, he is saying that Kobe Bryant is the most skilled basketball player he's ever seen. Go look at how Jerry West holds those 2 players in high regard. If you notice, Jerry West has never deferred his logo to any other players. He's only deferred his logo to 2 fucking players in basketball: Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Kobe Bean Bryant. Let me say it again. He's never deferred the NBA logo to any other player. And we're talking about Magic Johnson. We're talking about Larry Bird. We're talking about fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We're talking about Bill Russell. We're talking about Wilt Chamberlain. We're talking about Pantheon of Greatness, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan. Do I need to keep on going? Isaiah Thomas. We're talking about Pantheon of Greatness. And he said the only 2 guys that you should substitute the logo for And that's why I'm quantified, calculated, verified, and certified of saying vicariously. He's talking about Kobe Bryant when he says Michael Jordan. Is he said Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant need to be the NBA logo. He said it when Michael Jordan, prior to his retirement, even when Michael Jordan retired, he was adamant about it, vehement about it, vocal about it. He said it when Kobe Bryant passed away, adamant, vehement, vocal about it. He was the first one to say, I would nominate myself. But we all know how the NBA works. We understand the racism that's associated behind not taking a black athlete and making them the logo. The power that would be behind that. The NBA understands that, and that's why they don't do it. The same shit with the NFL. Could you imagine them basically taking some of the greatest athletes that's ever showed up in the NFL that are black athletes and make them the face? No. They got to do Vince Lombardi fucking trophy. No, that's how they roll. See, in sports, you guys have to understand the delineation, the distinction, the gulf, and the separation, the double standards that's associated with sports. So they have to do this. But if we're being honest with ourselves, the NBA needs two logos. Let me say it again. The NBA needs two logos. There should be his airness and the Black Mamba. It should be a dual split. Because these are the NBA GOATs. These are the OGs. These are the guys that have mastered the game of basketball. Between them, 11 fucking championships, man. That's why Phil Jackson was loving the fact that he coached these guys. Because he coached two NBA GOATs. If Michael Jordan's number one, Kobe Bryant's number two, dog. That's just the way it rolls. On my top 5 list, that's how it rolls. Michael Jordan's number one, Kobe Bryant's number 2, because nobody else in basketball have been able to do what these two guys have been able to do. These two guys have mastered the game of basketball. They have mastered skills. They have mastered footwork. They have mastered defense. They've mastered two-way playing. They've mastered basically every element that you can think of. Free throw shooting, rebounding, transitional basketball. They've mastered situational basketball. They've mastered pressure. They've mastered clutchness. These guys have mastered killer instinct. They've mastered every factor. So when Jerry West is saying that Michael Jordan is the most skilled basketball player he's ever seen, he's also saying, and he's vicariously mentioning, that Kobe Bryant is the most skilled basketball player he's ever seen. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat telefaction. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Yeeks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Yeeks. This is He Knows Everything. Checking out.